He's going to take a moment to give him a breather and talk things over. Harper, he's checked in for San Antonio. And let's take this time to bring up the list of last season's elite shot blocking teams. Fourth, San Antonio.
They were intimidating at the defensive end, blocking shots, changing shots. You had to fight them for every bucket last year.
And the fast break ends at the rim with a jam.
And adding to this lead right now, riding a wave of momentum.
Yeah, they've locked in during this stretch. They keep it up, their lead will only continue to grow.
When you watch the Aaron Fox, is there... Anything that sticks out to you, Grant?
Well, B.A., this league has the best athletes in the world, and Fox looks like maybe the quickest guy out there on most nights. His change of direction is especially elite.
So both teams changing it up here. Here's T. They set a pick. Clock at 6. Shot to stop the run. Knocks down the triple.
Defensively, you have to... stay connected to him on the perimeter.
To the middle. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
Showing how athletic he is, when Castle sees room for takeoff, he jumps all over it.
And they call the 8-second violation. Too much time getting it up court. but for some reason, he decided to foul there.
BA, that's an odd move. Maybe there's something else behind it. You don't want to stop the clock right there. I'm not quite sure what he was thinking.
White, he's checked in for Chicago. He shoots. Again, the Spurs score.
Their offense looking like a well-oiled machine.
And keeping us updated from the sideline, Allie LaForce.
I caught up with head coach Billy Donovan. We talked about Victor Wembanyama and what he wants to see from his team defensively, and he said, I want to see us knock him off balance a little bit, be tough, physical. That's how you get into his head, and that's how you frustrate him. Expect to see a lot of defensive aggression against Wembanyama tonight. BA?
Allie, thank you.
And out here getting loose, guys going through some drills. We're almost at game time, folks. Hi, everyone. Time to get into it. Greg, no secret that these teams don't like each other. Could things get a little chippy tonight?
It would not surprise me at all, Kevin. These teams, not only fierce rivals, but there's a little bit of animosity for one another. Throw in the fact that both these teams play in the same conference. Yeah, I'd say the spirits might be high tonight.
Let's check out Chicago's starting lineup. At the guards, it's Giddey at the 1 with... White at the 2. Dosunmu is out there with Buzelis. And it's Vucevic in at the 5. And so it's the Pistons getting on the board first. From past the arc, White, good.
And I like how White shot it with confidence. He's reliable beyond the arc.
Cunningham looking around. Lets the 3 fly. Sinks the three-pointer. Max.
Baskets from the perimeter, an earmark of today's game.
Yeah, sometimes you get in a shootout like this, but you just hope that you can get a stop first.
About a minute played so far here in the first. Here's Giddey, and the rebound goes to the Pistons. They are a hot team right now. 7 consecutive wins, and looking for number 8 tonight.
Well, I think they've found something. I like how they're executing. They're playing with a lot of energy. We'll see if they can keep it going.
Giddey, and he finishes nicely on the layup.
Well, Giddey loves to finish strong inside, and he knows how to take advantage of his size.
Cunningham passes to Duren. Now Cunningham. Last game out, we saw him pour in 42.
Never a bad idea to run the old pick play.
You're right. And if it produces a slam like that, we'll probably see more of it.
Yeah, defensive breakdown there. Gotta communicate and switch that screen.
Here's Giddey after the basket by Detroit. That's basket number 2 with his 3rd shot off to a fast 2 for 3.
Well, don't forget now, Giddey possesses considerable height at his position, which makes him a threat to score down low.
And he gets it to go. Cunningham's got 7 points.
What a start. 5 for 5 from the floor, executing the game plan to perfection at this point.
White against Ivy. White, good.
Well, as a guard like White, you need to score inside. Force teams to respect you everywhere.
And it seems like Josh Giddey playing with newfound confidence, coach, since his arrival with the Bulls in Chicago.
Yeah, one of those trades that seem to benefit both teams. The Bulls have handed Giddey the keys to their offense, and he has not looked back.
And Billy Donovan wants a timeout, looking for a breather and maybe adjusting a thing or two. They couldn't put the pieces together, losing that last matchup with San Antonio.
I mean, in the modern era, you have to be able to stretch the floor or you're going to struggle.
Yeah, look, it's really hard to win a game being one-dimensional. It can be done, but it doesn't happen very often.
And it's White missing. Pistons leading by 4. Cunningham outside. Three-pointer. That's his 4th basket of the game, and he's only taken. Four shots off to a good start.
Oh, this is the kind of start they were hoping for.
Here's Giddey. White wide open. He fires. The Bulls with another miss. Here's Cunningham. Softly drops in the floater. He's got 12.
Big night for Cunningham. This is why he went first overall. Cade can take over a game.
And here's Vucevic. 14 points from him the last game against San Antonio.
Yeah, but it wasn't just the scoring. He had a bunch of assists, too, affecting the offense in so many ways.
Cunningham for 3. And the Pistons another 3.
Boy, do they look sharp. I mean, everything falling for them.
And the foul called on Cade Cunningham. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game. And Billy Donovan wants a timeout. He's going to take this chance to talk to his guy. You know, Greg, after struggling with injuries to start his NBA career, Cade Cunningham is figuring it out.
And the former #1 overall pick in 21, last season his first All-Star appearance, and he's only getting started.
To halt the run, they get it back. Detroit leading by 12. A 3-ball. Lucky 7 drops in. He's perfect from the floor. 7. That'll be a 5-second call. Well, going into a promising draft like this past summer, Greg, are losing teams trying to secure that lottery ticket to the stars?
Well, you look at the last, 4.5 decades worth of champions, only 5 of those teams were led by a player taken outside the top 7 in the draft. So you can see why teams are trying to draft so high.
So the Bulls 5 right now. They've got Zach Collins. Terry is out there with T. Then it's Williams. And it's Phillips in at the 3.
And so it's going to end up in the record books as a blowout, a dominating performance for the Pistons.
And this was one that never really was in doubt, I thought, an all-around dominant performance. And you kind of thought that maybe even going into the game.
Yeah, there was a sense of that in men. They just pretty much blew them right out of the water. A clinic was put on display here today.
And an important milestone for them tonight as they pick up win number 10.
And they're able to even the score of this series at a game apiece. Still, 2 more to go in the season series.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for Cade Cunningham.
He was extremely efficient offensively, got good looks, and really knocked down big shots all game long.
And Detroit has possession. After the Bulls picking up a basket just moments ago. Count that bucket.
And you know they feel good giving their fans a show here while taking care of business.
Yep, the crowd gets to go home feeling good about the win tonight. Their team looked impressive.
8-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Terry outside. Three-pointer on the way. Another 3 for Chicago.
And you got to like that they found something positive here, something that maybe carry overs into the next game.
Yeah, a loss stings a little less if you at least feel like you put up a fight, but only a little less.
And so Detroit takes this one by a big margin. And the outcome of this one was never in doubt.
And boy, they really put in a supreme effort. It just felt like one. They had that lead